We are the University of Arizona Multifamily Housing Team. Today, we are presenting Sihi Plaza, an ongoing collaborative project in partnership with the Hopi Nation. We are a team of architecture students. I am Colleen Barbanti,
Jeannell Hilton,
Ashlea Hume,
Chloe O'Hale,
And I'm Travis Reihner.
Hopi Nation is a remote landlocked area surrounded by Navajo Nation in the northeastern corner of Arizona. With a cold, dry climate, the summer months average a daily high of 93 degrees, and winter months have an average daily low of 31 degrees. Native Peoples Design Coalition at the University of Arizona facilitated a partnership between our team and the Hopi Tribal Council. The council provided a flexible master plan for a new village, Tawaovi. Tawaovi roughly translates to Sun Village. The hope for the future village is that it will celebrate Hopi culture in a modern way and create opportunities for the Hopi people to flourish.
Hopi Nation uses a clan-based land system where land is passed from generation to generation within each clan. This new village will be built away from land currently owned by other clans with no political or sacred implications. The site currently has limited access to necessities such as grocery stores, public transportation, and healthcare options. The main grocery store, Bashas', is 1 hour away by car, while public transportation and healthcare options are at least a 5-hour walk. The nation as a whole is car dependent, making commercial spaces within walking distance a priority.
When we started this project in January, we traveled to the Hopi Nation to speak with members of the tribe and get an understanding of their culture and their desires for the project. Key cultural practices and values they wished for us to prioritize included an emphasis on food and the communal nature of cooking, agricultural traditions such as dry farming, water conservation, stewardship of the land, and unity. These cultural values became the backbone of our design responses. Communal spaces, large open kitchens, terrace roofs, increased solar production, radiant flooring, and rainwater collection were all incorporated to promote sustainable and healthy living for generations to come.
The goal of this development is to bring more educational spaces, housing, and employment opportunities to encourage Hopi youth to return to the reservation if they've left or stay within the community. Of the registered tribal members, 70% of them have a family, and about 50% of Hopi people have had experience with higher education. Therefore, it's important to provide housing and commercial amenities that accommodates their educational, mental, and emotional needs.
Our mission is to create a FIAS Zero multifamily housing complex within a new solar power microgrid village. The project will respect Hopi cultural traditions and beliefs by promoting student engagement through community amenities and dwelling units that appropriately respond to the climate. The project goals address a culture of sustainability by using rainwater collection, a graywater system, and the use of prefab CLT. Exterior terrace spaces create room for traditional activities and provide a sense of visual connection to the land. Using native vegetation for the landscape, as well as replanting those on site, minimizes invasive flora and respects the land itself. Sihi Plaza is communally connected while also providing ample private space, assisting in healthy communal growth. Due to the minimal access to utilities on site, all three teams from the U of A have coordinated the development of a microgrid to assist in creating energy independence for the Hopi tribe.
Sihi Plaza houses students for an adjacent technical education campus. The plaza provides commercial amenities that are essential in the master plan of the Tawaovi community. Because we're in Ashlea Climate Zone 5B, an emphasis is placed on access to sunlight. Therefore, Sihi Plaza's form maximizes on southern solar exposure. To sustain life, there must be sun and water. So, a combination of gravel runoff collection skirts at the base of each building, drainage concrete pavers, and native plant vial swales collect, distribute, and use water. The Tawaovi Development Guidelines have requested trash compactors, native plant spaces, and fire access roads. We have honored these requests and continue to be following their guidelines in our construction. Solar power is produced with photovoltaic parking shades, rooftop panels, and ramadas on the north and southeast areas of the site.
Hopi architecture traditionally incorporates plazas for cultural celebrations. The central pavers depict Tawa, the sun god. This grounds the plaza, making it an ideal space for ceremonies.
To assist the Hopi in stimulating the economy, creating new jobs, and reducing car dependency, the first floor is programmed with a variety of commercial and community services. A post office and laundromat provide needed basic services. The combined market and cafe address the food desert condition on site, while also providing a space for students and the surrounding community to enjoy meals with each other. The first floor commercial spaces are not only accessible to the residents of Sihi Plaza, but all Hopi.
The community kitchen provides a space for cooking classes, celebrations, and social events.
Some of the elders expressed a concern for maintaining health in the community, so a fitness center was incorporated for all Hopi on the reservation to maintain their physical well-being. Indoor treadmills as well as an outdoor running path provide two ways for Hopi people to express their love of running.
The bookstore works to amplify the voices of Hopi authors by selling books from writers in and around the Hopi community. The second and third floor have 12 dwelling units, which can house up to 27 residents. These units range from 1 to 4 bedrooms, and 75% of them are ADA accessible. Residents can access these spaces using an elevator or staircase located at each end of the building. The units are connected by communal living spaces featuring large open-plan kitchens and an in-unit laundry. The communal spaces allow students to engage in a more public area while maintaining privacy with their own bedrooms and bathrooms.
All of the residential units have access to outdoor terraces to encourage students to engage with nature and each other.
The fourth floor spaces of the northern buildings include 2 greenhouses and wooden ramados for drying agricultural goods. The colors utilized on each face of the greenhouse are meant to respect Hopi cultural traditions, where each cardinal direction is associated with a color.
All of the materials incorporated in the project were selected with cost, longevity, and environmental impact in mind. The glue lamp throughout the project is locally sourced. The lime-based paint and plaster, sourced from California, have no VOCs, are hypoallergenic, mold-resistant, and carbon sequestering. The butcher block countertops used in the kitchens are made from salvaged wood, and the bathroom countertops are paper stone, which is crafted from recycled paper and petroleum-free resin. The floors are finished with a marmoleum, which is a 97% natural material with a minimal carbon footprint.
The majority of these materials are also from relatively local companies throughout the western part of the United States in order to reduce the embodied carbon footprint. The structure of the building is composed of glue-lam southern pine columns and beams, and the floors are structured with cross-laminated timber panels with a radiant flooring system. The floor is finished with marmoleum, which is a sustainable alternative to vinyl. The wall is a well-insulated prefabricated panel from Timber Age Systems, which will act as a continuous curtain wall connecting to the columns in order to prevent thermal bridging.
Dawel Ovi is located in Ashlea Climate 5B. FIA's prescriptive values were utilized as a baseline to create an efficient envelope. This efficient envelope, developed with Timber Age Systems prefabricated panels, was chosen for a few main reasons. The modular system helps reduce construction cost, time, and carbon impact. Additionally, Timber Age has offered to teach tribal members how to fabricate and assemble the panels on site. The CLT in the panels is beetle kill ponderosa pine that would otherwise go to waste or contribute to wildfire risk. Alpin Windows is a Colorado-based company with experience in furnishing windows for passive house design. The proximity to site and the quality of their windows were justification for choosing this company. The Hopi expressed a concern with dust infiltration, so tilt-turn windows were selected in order to allow occupant ventilation control while inhibiting dust from lowering indoor air quality. The south-facing windows have a solar heat gain coefficient of 0.5 in order to maximize winter solar gain. The west-facing windows have a solar heat gain coefficient of 0.3 in order to minimize evening sun heat.
Radiant flooring is well suited for this climate as there are many days throughout the year which are cold and dry. The heat pump will heat up the water and feed into a buffer tank where the water is held at a consistent temperature in order to assist with peak load hours. The manifold is used in order to control where the water will go throughout the building, allowing different zones and rooms to control their temperatures. The ventilation system utilizes Zender ERVs to ensure proper airflow in the building. The building meets FIA standards in regards to air changes per hour for the different types of spaces.
Hopi people practice water conservation in a variety of ways, including dry farming, where the irrigation of crops relies on rain, and collecting gray water in order to water garden plants. Sihi Plaza incorporates both a gray water system to irrigate plants and a filtered rainwater catchment system that provides potable water. These choices help to greatly reduce the project's water footprint and honor cultural values.
The budget is currently $16.7 million, which is approximately $400 per square foot. Given the remote location of the site, labor and transportation costs were difficult to predict. However, this current budget was provided to give the Hopi people a clearer goal for funding. We do believe that fabrication of the CLT panels on site by Hopi tribal members will stimulate the economy while helping to reduce the overall cost for this project and future projects in Dawaovi.
Sihi Plaza runs from an islanded DC microgrid, but it's not alone. Many of the Dawaovi community microgrids are connected through a commercially available system called block energy. Power from the solar grid and individual microgrids are shared and optimized by a block central control system. This redistributes in response to equitable need in the Dawaovi community. For example, an outage will direct and focus critical load systems to power perishable food storage, lighting, and other essential utilities. Block homes contain a block box, sensors, battery storage, and built-in DC to AC inverters. Rooftop solar panels first produce DC electricity, which is then transferred to block boxes, which is shared in a block loop, or our microgrid. Then, powered from the block loop can be distributed to electric vehicle chargers, as well as charge additional block home batteries connected to the system. We have a projected energy use index of -88 and a home energy rating index of -8. Sihi Plaza uses about 15% of the overall electricity it produces annually. 35% of our power is sent to other microgrids, and the remaining 50% is used to charge about 100 electric vehicles annually.
The hope for Sihi Plaza and the village of Dawaovi is to provide the Hopi with a precedent for future developments where they can exercise their sovereignty while preserving traditions. As we continue to develop the project within the coming weeks, we will meet again with Hopi tribal members to ensure we are focusing on their main goals, including water conservation, energy sovereignty, and expanding community growth. We will be addressing our water conservation by further developing and clarifying our rainwater collection systems, as well as our gray water system. We will continue coordinating with Block Energy with the hopes of finalizing the plans and budget for the microgrid. And when we meet again with the Hopi people, we want to ensure that the commercial program satisfies their desire for community growth and fulfills their need for economic stability.
We want to extend a special thank you to our advisors, David, Laura, Greg, and our Hopi liaison, Andrew, as well as our partnerships. We are incredibly grateful to have had the opportunity to work on this project with Hopi Nation. Thank you.